Super duper doo, how are you? How do you feel on a day-to-day basis? And one of the things that people often share with me when they're talking about how they feel is that they feel stupid. And I know it's a broad statement because sometimes it's about other people making us feel stupid. Other people call us stupid. A situation comes up and because we don't understand what's going on, we feel stupid. But have you ever said to yourself, oh, I'm so stupid, or I'm so dumb, or I don't get it? How do we stop feeling like that? How do we stop ever feeling like we are stupid? And if other people call us stupid, how do we deal with that? And there's a really interesting fundamental foundation, logical, common sense answer to that, of course, which is if you want to learn about something so you don't feel stupid, just go learn about it. And that's been an interesting part of my life because I didn't finish high school, because I've got blonde hair, because I'm a woman, because a lot of people have aimed to pull me down, criticize me, say nasty things about me. It's been a driving force of mine to not feel stupid from the inside. So that's something I have control over. And is it possible that you have control over it too? So if I've ever felt stupid about something, ignorant, I didn't understand it, it didn't make sense to me, we have access in this world to education, learning and training about everything. So every time I've ever felt insignificant, not intelligent, ignorant, stupid, I've gone and learnt about that subject, that topic. I don't want to be ignorant. And one of the simple things I did a very long time ago is I started to learn a new word every day, improve my vocabulary. Because one of the things that made me feel really stupid was in a conversation when people use big words and I didn't understand what those words meant, I felt stupid. So I would write down the word, go and learn it, and then I got into the habit of learning a new word every day. But I'd like to let you in on a little secret about that particular learning experience. What I found was most people that use big words, they didn't know what those words meant either. They just sounded good. Because there was a time in my life where I would ask somebody, what does that mean? And most of the time they couldn't explain to me what it meant, or they had they fumbled around trying to explain the word to me. So what I learned from that experience, so that I don't feel stupid, I don't want to make other people feel stupid either, so I don't ask what does that word mean. But the big learning curve from all of that was don't use words that people don't understand, because you don't want them to feel stupid. And if this is, I can't control what other people do. Would that be fair? You can't control what other people do. But we have full control over what we do and the strategies and tools that we use to feel good about us. And that was a really big one for me. I didn't want to feel ignorant or stupid, so I kept learning every day, and I've continued that as a habit through my entire life. And now as a very old lady, I love that I'm in the habit of learning every day. So I don't feel stupid from the inside, because instead of saying, oh, Rowie, you're so stupid, if there's something I don't understand or something that doesn't make sense to me, I go and learn about it so I can understand it for myself. And that's one of my favorite strategies in life. Don't let people tell you what to think. Learn how to think for yourself. So if something doesn't make sense, if something doesn't seem logical, if something is something that I don't understand, I go and learn about it, all in my control. The next bit is I'm in control of not wanting to make other people feel stupid. So I'm very aware now, and all of my communication, learning, education and training has been about how do I make people feel special, important and worthwhile. I don't want people to feel ignorant or stupid or awkward or uncomfortable. It's just not part of who I am. So every part of my communication is designed so that people don't feel like they're not smart enough or they're ignorant or they're stupid. So a really interesting tool to use there is something we call assumed knowledge. If you want people to listen to what you've got to say and you don't want them to feel stupid, you want them to feel good about themselves, one of the ways to do that, or one of the things to put into your conversations, is to start a sentence with, as you would already know. It's called assumed knowledge. I assume that you know about this already. So as you would already know. And two things happen there. One is the person feels complimented, not stupid, because you have acknowledged that they are smart. The second part of that is they might not be very smart, or they don't know about that thing, or they don't feel intelligent, or they don't want to feel stupid. So they lean forward, maintain eye contact and actively listen to what you've got to say, because you have an expectation that they know what you're talking about. So it makes them feel more comfortable in a conversation. So there's a special tool to be able to use. Number one, if you don't want to feel stupid, just keep learning and educating and training and learning and educating and training so that people can't make you feel stupid. If something comes up that does make you feel like you're not intelligent or you're ignorant, then go and learn about it. Easy. If you want other people to feel special, if you want other people to feel smart, if you want other people to feel intelligent, and I'll use this as a special example. I work a lot with children, and I don't want children to feel stupid, because if I feel stupid as a child, that could hold me back from a lot of things in my life. And I'm sure you've heard kids say that, oh, I'm just stupid. Well, nobody's stupid. We've all got a genius, and that's something I always share with children. You have a genius. Your geniuses might be different to mine, but we all have one. Whether it's numbers or painting or sport or business or singing, we all have a genius, and let's focus on our genius, not on the things that we're not good at. And one of those other statements that drives me crazy is focus on your weaknesses until they become your strengths. Well, there's a real challenge with that statement. Consider this: if I'm focusing on my weaknesses, there's a reason that they're my weakness, because I don't like them, which means I'm wasting time on something that I don't like, and I'm not investing time on something that I do like. I'm not investing time on my intelligence, my genius, the thing that I'm passionate about. So I accept that there are some things that I just don't like, don't understand, don't want to do, don't want to learn about, and I'm not good at, and I focus on the things that I am good at. The simple example of that is my head doesn't function well with numbers. I don't compute well with numbers. So when numbers come up, I get out a calculator or I talk to somebody who's really good at numbers. I've got logic and common sense, that's one of my geniuses, but my brain doesn't compute in numbers. So that's just not something I focus on, and that's something I'm very aware of, particularly with future adults, because I don't want them to feel stupid. I want them to feel intelligent. I want them to feel special. I want them to feel important, and that's part of my communication. I don't ever want to make somebody feel stupid. So one of the big parts of that, of course, is telling people what to do. If you ever had somebody point at you and say you should do, that apart from the fact that it's just rude, disrespectful, could it be a good idea, something I'm really aware of, is because everybody has a genius, everybody is good at something, everybody has a brain that works, then let's find out what they're excited about, what works for them. And the only way I can do that is by asking questions. So there's a very big difference in communication between telling somebody something and asking them something. So there's another great communication tool there, which is consider everything you say, how can I put that into a question so that the person feels like they are in control of the conversation rather than me? One of the greatest compliments that we can give somebody, one of the greatest gifts, one of the greatest ways to praise somebody, and this is not my idea, this is from the experts, is to ask for their opinion, to ask for their advice, to ask for their suggestions. So that's something I'm very aware of when I'm chatting, particularly with young adults, with future adults, with people who may not feel that they're smart enough. I'm always aware of asking them, what do you think? What would you do in this situation? What advice would you give me? So that they feel like they're adding to the conversation, not being talked at, preached at, told what to do. That's very... I just think it's rude. That's just a personal opinion. And I don't want to be rude to anybody. So I'm very aware that asking questions is a really important part of my communication. So the first part is I have control over learn, train, educate, learn. Second part is to make other people feel special. So ask lots of questions, ask for advice, ask for people's opinion, and make them feel special rather than feel stupid. And even if I think that I know something, is it possible that this person knows it from a different angle to me? So even if and it's very judgmental, isn't it, to think that somebody doesn't know something? I'm very aware that people have lived a different life, a different experience. They've been to different countries, met different people, had a different education program than me. I want to learn from that rather than try and give people my opinion. And if I'm constantly giving people my opinion rather than asking for theirs, is it possible that I can't get better at what I do because I'm not learning? If I'm talking, there's gas coming out of my mouth, but it's my gas. I'm not learning anything because I'm just sharing what I already know, which means I can't learn anymore. So that's just something to consider. And if I can't learn anymore, I don't know what your definition of stupid is, and there's probably lots of them. But my personal definition is that I could know about it, but I don't. I've chosen not to learn about it. To me, that just seems stupid because you can learn about everything. Now, the third part to this is when other people try and make you feel stupid. So the first one is you don't have to feel stupid because you can learn and grow and train and educate. Second part is you don't have to make other people feel stupid because you can ask for their advice, opinion, and listen to them talk rather than talk at them and tell them what to do. But is it possible that there will be times in your life, yuck, God forbid, but I'm sure it has happened, or it will happen if it hasn't already, that other people try to make you feel stupid, or somebody's talking and you feel stupid? So there's that first example where if somebody's using big words and you don't understand what that word means, or those words, you can go and learn those. That's something you have control over. But somebody who's mean or nasty or disrespectful and they're just trying to get their opinion across. And to me, that is an example of arrogance, which is, I think I know better than you. And it seems that there are some people that would call that stupid. Because if I'm talking to you and I'm telling you what to do, trying to tell you that my opinion is more important than yours, that is very arrogant, but it's also very stupid, because how do I know that my opinion's better than yours? Isn't it possible that everybody has the right to have their own opinion? It would be a little bit stupid, or perhaps a lot stupid, to consider that that's not the case. So what do you do if somebody's trying to make you feel stupid? Or, and this is a very important point, are you allowing them to make you feel stupid? Maybe that's not their plan. Maybe they're just being them. And they might be rude, disrespectful, nasty, unkind, all the horrible things that people can be. But is it possible that they can only make me feel stupid if I let them? And there's a great place to start. Nobody can make me feel stupid without my permission. And I have just chosen not to give people any permission to make me feel stupid. So if somebody seems smarter than me, more intelligent than me, has more wisdom than me, I can go and learn, so that's in my control. Them on purpose trying to make me feel stupid, I'm not going to give them permission to do that. I just won't allow that to happen. So somebody can call me stupid, but if you take on, again, another different definition of stupid, which is that you've stopped learning. That's another interesting definition. Well, somebody can call me stupid, but that's just, I don't have to listen to that because that isn't me. Somebody could call me a nasty thing, and if I'm not that thing, then why would it affect me? If somebody could call me, let's pick something just random. Somebody says, Rowie, you're Russian. Well, I'm not Russian, so it doesn't, unless I'm in a hurry, it doesn't affect me. Now, they might have said that in a nasty way because some people don't like Russians, and I'll just use that as an example. But I don't have to take that on board because that's not me. Somebody might call me, you stupid woman. Well, I know that I'm not stupid because I'm constantly learning. And yes, I am a woman, and that might be obvious, but I don't have to take on board that nasty comment. I just don't have to do that. And neither do you. Isn't that awesome? If somebody's being nasty to you, rude to you, trying to make you feel small, belittling you is what we would normally say there. If they're just trying to make you feel stupid, you don't have to allow them to do that. So isn't that a pretty cool place to live? Keep learning, training and educating so that you don't ever feel stupid because you're always learning. Aim not to make other people feel stupid, and certainly could we remove that from our vocabulary? Could that be a good idea? Never call somebody stupid, because what if they take that label, because it is a label, and it can be a very dangerous and a very influencing label, because if somebody actually believes that they're stupid, is it possible then that they won't keep learning? And I've seen that so many times, particularly in school situations where children have been told, you're too dumb, you're too stupid, you'll never get this, you're not smart enough, and they actually believe it. I'm really not very smart when it comes to numbers, but I don't care because it's not my thing. So I'm not looking for the thing that I don't know anything about, or I'm not very good at it, or doesn't excite me, and I'm not passionate about it. I'm looking for the thing that I am, and I just wish that there were more adults that did that for children, which is look for their genius, look for what they are really good at, look at inspiring them to get better at what they're good at, not that ridiculous statement, I think it's ridiculous, which is focus on your weaknesses until they become your strengths. Well, they are your weaknesses for a reason. We can't all be good at everything. And could that be a great thing to accept? I'm not going to be a genius at everything. I've got my own personal gorgeous genius, and I'm going to work on that. I'm going to grow that. I'm going to keep training, educating and learning, which means I'm not stupid. So to consider, Are you learning, training and educating and growing your mind every day? That's my fridge telling us that it's making ice. Isn't that awesome? Then we've got machines that do stuff. See, there's really smart people in the world. I have no idea how to make a fridge that makes ice. I'm absolutely, and I could say stupid in that area. I prefer to use the word ignorant. I have absolutely no idea how to make a fridge that makes ice. I don't know how to do that. But the guy that made that fridge, who's got his own genius, who came up with the idea of let's make a fridge that makes its own ice, there are things that I do that he can't do or wouldn't be very good at because they're not his passion, they're not his genius. And could that be a beautiful thing to just accept the things you cannot change the things you can, and make sure you've got the wisdom, training and education, logic and common sense to work out the difference. If somebody's accusing you of being something that you're not, why would you take that on board? If you want to be a gorgeous person, you get to choose to be that person. You can live your life as that person, and nobody else or you don't have to allow anybody else to make you feel bad. So I'm in a very special place with this as an old lady. I'm learning, training and educating. I really don't ever want to make anybody else feel stupid or ignorant or less than very important. My goal is to make people feel special, important and worthwhile. And if somebody tries to make me feel anything less than special, important and worthwhile, I don't have to buy into that. And guess what? Neither do you. Could that be a good idea? Don't let other people invest or waste time inside your headspace. If you've got a nasty, horrible person in your head living inside there rent-free, I would suggest don't even charge them rent, just evict them. And isn't that a beautiful choice? I think it's a very smart choice, a very logical choice, a very common sense choice. And I'll rephrase that. Wouldn't it be stupid to allow somebody to treat you badly? Wouldn't it be stupid to allow somebody to make you feel stupid? Let's not do that. If the definition of stupidity, I am not living up to my full potential, let's find out what your potential is. Let's find out what you're really good at. Let's find out what your genius is and how that live to that full potential. Wouldn't that be awesome? Interesting side note, the word potential by definition means unused. So if you feel that you have the ability, you've got the desire, you've got the passion, you've got whatever you think it takes to do something, never ever let somebody hold you back. Please don't let anybody hold you back. Please don't let anybody make you feel stupid. And I have a gorgeous story. I had somebody who was told they were stupid, literally told by the careers officer in their school, you're stupid, you'll never make anything of yourself, your life is you're just destined for anonymity, for being average, you're just a loser. And that came from a careers officer in a high school. Well, that gorgeous man graduated with an international business diploma at my college. He graduated as a top-level exercise professional. And when he graduated, he already had his own exercise business. So when he completed his program, Max has beautiful certificates, and I sent a set of certificates to him. I gave him his certificates, and I sent a set of certificates to the teacher that told him that he was useless, he was a loser, and he'd never make anything of himself. Because I think that's the worst, I'll rephrase, I think that's the most stupid thing you can say to somebody, that they are stupid. Nobody is stupid. We all get to choose how much we learn, how much education we get, how much training we do. We get to choose the kind of person that we want to be. So could we choose to be logical, have common sense, train, educate and learn? Could we choose to have an open mind? Could we choose to treat people beautifully? And could we choose not to take on board the people that try to make us feel stupid? Could that be a good idea? Because I like to sing every day. I feel good, na-na-na-na-na-na. I knew that I would now, na-na-na-na-na-na. So good, yeah, so good, I feel good, woohoo!